gardens are a 17-acre site. We're in a very good climate zone within Nova Scotia, and as I said, we're based on the history of the area. We start with our pine forest area, which is based on pre-European settlement when the First Nations people inhabited the lands. Then the next section is the Acadian section, 1671 time period. We have an Acadian house, dike lands, and an Acadian garden. These are all based on a pre-deportation time period, which makes it very special and very unique. We have a colonial period governor's garden based on the 1700s when Annapolis Royal was the capital of Nova Scotia. We have a Victorian garden based on the 1800s. That was when shipping was very high in Annapolis Royal, and you had access to a lot of exotic plants, so it's a very colorful garden full of annuals. And then we have a modern day garden called the Innovative Garden, which is about small space urban gardening and a lot of vegetables and fruit crops that one might see today in a town or city garden. In between all those historically themed gardens, we have a number of interesting plant collections and displays and streams and ponds. The largest plant collection we do have is our rose garden, and there's almost 270 varieties, almost 2,000 rose bushes. So in early July, when it's in full bloom, it's just a feast for the senses, absolutely incredible. And it also is based on history in the way it is laid out and teaching you about the development of roses through time. We have a number of events in the gardens, and one of those is Wine and Roses in early July every year. It started a few years ago, and it's absolutely magical. We license the whole garden and center things in the rose garden where we have a local musician, we have local wines, and some great food, and it's just a nice reception. And you can wander the whole gardens with a wine glass in hand and enjoy all the roses. It's just, as somebody said, it's a very civilized way to enjoy the gardens. The Acadian Kitchen Party is held in the gardens each August. It's a fairly new event for us, centered down in our Acadian section outside La Maison Acadian. We have an Acadian kitchen band, local wines, beers, and all kinds of great Acadian flavored food. 200 plus people come out and just spread out a blanket or grab a lawn chair and enjoy the music and the wine and the company. It's a great social event and a nice way to highlight our Acadian area. Another interesting feature about the historic gardens is the sculpture within the gardens. We have each year a changing slate of sculpture. We put out for proposals from Nova Scotian artists, and we have anywhere from 12 to 15 different sculptures situated in the gardens throughout each summer. They're really interesting works of art, and it's very interesting also to see how they fit in with the gardens and how the gardens around them enhance them. It's another highlight that changes every year, another reason to come back. One of the really unique and incredible community events in Annapolis Royal is called Paint the Town, and it happens mid-August of every year, and at the gardens we're very proud to be a part of it. About 90 to 100 different artists arrive in town, and they spread out throughout the town, many of them in the gardens, painting what they see. It's one of my favorite events because it's just really fun to step behind an artist and look at the view they're looking at, see what's on their canvas, and it's often a very different picture of it than you have, and it is so neat to see what they do. At the end of each day, there's a silent auction in support of the Arts Council and in support of the artists, so everybody wins. It's just a lovely time to wander around town and watch how other people see your town.